Denzel Merritt, aka Denzel. I'm 25 years old, and I'm from Northside, Wilmington, Delaware.
Okay. Now, go ahead. Now, what inspired you to do music?
Oh man, that question is actually like you would think like that's a common question, which it kind of is, but it's like it kind of hits somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like depending on who the artist is and where their musical backgrounds come from. What inspired me to do music? It was always around me. You know what I mean? Like when I grew up, like I didn't know people didn't listen to music. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought music was like an everyday thing for everybody. Just because growing up, music was always around. It was something that my family didn't really do too much without listening to music. Like my mom would clean the house and whatnot, but like when she did it, gospel music was playing. Something was playing. You know what I mean? Like there was always something going on cooking. Something was playing. You know what I mean? And I kind of just sort of like gravitated towards it when they taught it in school. Yeah. And that's something that's like really getting away from the educational systems. The education system, I'm sorry, is the artistic part of everything, of education. You know what I mean? It teaches you so much and broadens your horizon to so much more. So the inspiration just sort of like, it was sort of like just born with me, I guess. You know what I mean? I feel like I was sort of born to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's something I've just always done.
And do you have someone like an artist that kind of influenced you as a kid too, like that pushed you to do what you do now?
My mom has always been like my #1 supporter. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like mom has always been like the hero. You know what I mean? Like anything I've done, really. Like I played football in high school growing up, and she was at every game. You know what I mean? She participated in almost everything. She ran the concession stands. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, stuff like that. And like she always, like she's, even though she knew football was something I thought that I really wanted to follow, she knew music was what was gonna be the end factor with me, you know? And she always pushed me towards that. Like I told her one day I wanted to take up saxophone lessons. Why do you want to take up saxophone? I don't know. Like I just want to. I want to do it. Got me a saxophone, took up lessons, dropped it in a year. You know what I mean? Her and I kept moving. Like she wasn't upset. You know, she always kept an open mind to everything I was doing. Like I would definitely have to say my mom for that question. Like, mom always was #1.
And so you do the singing and you're a rapper, right? You do both?
Yeah, definitely.
So were you first a singer, then a rapper, or was it rapping and then singing?
It's actually a good question, because we're talking like a long time ago. I've been doing this for a while. I definitely started singing. I found, like, I didn't know I could sing until I was around maybe 9 to 11 years old. You know what I mean? But actually, I think I was singing. I definitely think I started singing before I started rapping. Okay. I remember the first rap I wrote. I think I was about 13, 12 years old. So I started singing before I was rapping.
Cool. And so when it comes to the whole writing process, is it like when you're thinking creatively and stuff, does it take a couple months to write a good song, or like a week, or sometimes does it pop up in a day? Like how does that work?
It really depends on the track and like exactly what I'm doing. But honestly, my tracks don't take more than 2 days, if a day, to write. You know what I mean? Like if it's something like really that I really want to talk about, but I'm having a hard time like getting the words together, then it might take 2 days, 3 days. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll drop it and come back in a week. Maybe I'll drop it, come back in a few months. I might not revisit a track for like a year or two. You know what I mean? Just because like there's always something else. You know what I'm saying? Like I keep going and there's something else I want to write about. So I would definitely say about a day I can pump out a few songs, but if it's something like really nice, like that I really want to talk about, I would definitely say a day or two.
All right. And do you have like a favorite genre?
I gotta listen to hip hop. Like I love singing, but it's something about hip hop that just gets me going. Like I don't know what it is. Like I grew up in just hip hop. Like honestly, the question of the century, the question of forever Biggie or Tupac? You hate to divide the two, but you know what I'm saying? Like, the question gets asked to everyone.
Yeah.
East Coast dude through and through, you know what I mean? I grew up on the East Coast, Delaware, you know what I'm saying? Don't get more East Coast than that, but I would have to say Tupac, right? He was always talking about something, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was for change. He was trying to make a change. He was a poet. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and like I don't know, like, it's the way Tupac moved, the way Tupac really like got into his rhythm and his flows and his lyrics. Like, hip hop really reaches out to you depending on, you know what I'm saying, like what you're listening to, the mood you're in. Like, definitely hip hop would have to be my favorite genre, even though I'm a born singer. I sing all fucking day. Hip hop, I have to have hip hop.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And so I know like you do stuff on SoundCloud and stuff too, but I remember that like when I first met you at the Cut Up concert, I could tell you were like real serious about your music, because I think you were on a laptop or whatever, but like business wise and like financial wise, you're like, listen, I'm not playing, like I'm doing this, this is my love, this is my dream, but at the same time I'm about the business. You think that's a serious part of the music too for a musician?
Oh yes, I mean, well, it depends on the mindset of the musician. If you're talking about a musician, then it could just be someone who just wants to make music, you know what I mean? Like, maybe he had something else going for him, but he just wants to make music, and he's not really too focused on the business side of the music, and he's not really too focused on like the outreach. He just loves making, that person just loves making music for themselves, you know what I'm saying? So it's really dependent, like, but if you're gonna take it seriously and you want to make a living off this, then you need to build yourself as a business. Like, you need to build yourself as a brand and treat yourself as such. You know what I mean? That's the only way to progress, you know what I'm saying? And keep an open mind and build relationships, you know what I mean? Like, generally be a good person, like, don't be out here trying to like mess over somebody else, you know what I'm saying? Because we all have aspirations. We're all the same fish in the same tank, you know what I'm saying, trying to get to the same place, you know what I mean? So like, it can go a lot of different ways, but if you're trying to take this seriously, the business aspect is highly important. I definitely suggest anyone trying to follow anything they're trying to do, definitely invest in your education, you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't mean like go out to college. You don't I'm not saying like, you know what I'm saying, do all this extra stuff. You can definitely go out to college. I have my bachelor's degree, but like, just take the time out, invest the time into looking up and educating yourself. There's YouTube, all these different tutorials. Listen to what people have to tell you. Find a mentor, you know what I mean? And definitely like root yourself in the business aspect, because you got to use both sides. They work hand in hand.
And as a follower or a fan, I could say, and the person that appreciates like the stuff you do, like your music, I seen how you know, how you were first on SoundCloud. Then before I know it, I see your stuff on iTunes and Google Play and stuff like that. And for young guys that are out here and young women that are like on a come up and are on SoundCloud and stuff, how are you able to get that done? How are they able to transition and get people to support them financially that way?
Network, really. Like, you just gotta network, honestly. We ran into, like, it's a long story of like how, you know, the road of where, you know, we've come from as artists, but to make a long story short, like, you just gotta stay open, you gotta be there, you gotta be here, you gotta talk to people, you have to really become a people person and network with people. But for everyone that wants to know how to like get your songs here and there and like really like push, look it up. Like, Google has the answers. Come on, guys, they have the answers. Like, I'm not here to give you the answers. I'm here to show you how to get the answers for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not bettering you if I just give you a cheat sheet. You know what I mean? I need to enable you to learn. Ask Google.
And you think that's a kind of a problem with our younger generation now, is that like they don't take the time to look up what they're doing or researching what they're doing? If they love it so much, like they're just like, oh, okay, I see that he did that, how do I do it? Instead of like
I feel like yes. Like, to answer your question, it's a simple yes or no, and I say yes, and here's why. I feel like why is, honestly, I don't know why. I don't know why, because we just now got this, you know what I mean, this incredible technology. Like, growing up, my first cell phone was like a nice little Nokia cell phone. You know what I'm saying? It had the rubber buttons and the green screen with the black prints. Like it was horrible.
Yeah.
You know, like 4 pixels. It's terrible. So I mean, like it's really come a long way, and like to see the youth not really taking advantage of it, which I can't say for all. Like there are a lot of people, like the people that invented Snapchat, billionaires by the age of 25. They were my age when they created Snapchat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they're worth like $2.5 billion. Come on. You know what I'm saying? Like the technology is out there. The answers are out there. If you have questions, ask them. You know what I mean? Like there's people all around. Technology is accessible. Use it.
Exactly.
You know?
And when it comes to the state of Delaware, right? I think it's like a lack of a support system. Like now, when I look at people in New York, Chicago, or even in Connecticut, small little states, Rhode Island, the people that are working hard musically, it could be anything. They have that local support, and so what I mean is the people that support them aren't just going on Instagram liking their stuff and that's it. They're actually clicking like, going to their bio and buying. Do you think Delaware lacks in that? The people in Delaware, some.
I don't know actually, because I actually like to speak for myself.
Yeah.
If I see anywhere in someone's bio or display name or anything that they have anything to do with Delaware, I instantly follow them. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like I do also get like a good amount of following from Delaware. You know what I mean? Like a good amount of support. And you know, like people are always quick to hashtag Delaware supports Delaware, because that's something a movement's been started and is trying to get going. And I've spoken with people just here and there, you know what I mean? Like people I meet at parties, people I meet at recording studios, they all say similar things but different things, you know what I mean? And it's all like in the same family, you know what I mean? Like we're all trying to move in one direction and we're trying to build off each other. Yeah. You know, I feel like we did have those times. We're gonna call those tough times. But tough times are almost over, ladies and gentlemen. We're working, all right? And everybody's building to get something greater. Okay,
so basically no matter what, don't stop, just keep going.
Oh yes, definitely. I mean guys, like you could literally fail your way to success. If that's what it comes down to, like just don't give up on your passion, on your dream, you know what I mean? Like it's gonna pay off in some way. And besides, like you get better with practice, you get better with repetition. So just keep going, keep practicing, make yourself better, work on your craft. Don't let your ego get the better of you. That will be the death of you.
All right, and so what are, like, I know you said you like hip hop. So what are your top 5, if you could think of them, your top 5 rappers of all time, if you could think of them?
That's hard, man. That's like, it's always a hard question. It's like grabbing names from way back. Well, Jay-Z has to obviously be one. I mean, he's been around since who? Like, come on. Like, Jay-Z's been around for so long. Like, he's definitely the anchor right now. Drake has really worked his way into my heart. Like, I really fools with Drake. Let me see. This is hard. My opinion of all time. I want to say Mos Def, but I don't think I've heard enough of his music, sadly, to really put him in, to really qualify him for my top 5. So I'm not gonna say Mos Def, but no, he's in the back of my mind.
Okay.
Dude, I might have to say Fresh Prince. Like I catch a lot of flack about that with my boys, my friends. They all every time I say Fresh Prince, they're like, all right, you're gonna have to explain. And I'm like, all right, chill. Fresh, like, just do the research. I mean, Fresh Prince is giving you a lot of hits, and one hit in particular, everyone listens to as soon as the summertime hits. All right, you're not gonna sleep on my man. You're not gonna sleep on. What's that? 3?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Tupac. Tupac, definitely. That's 4. 5 is hard, man. I'm gonna have to say me. I'm gonna have to say me because I'm my #1 supporter. Like I gotta support myself. You feel me? I really fool with my music. My music is home. You feel me?
All right, and your top 5 R&B artists.
Michael Jackson, number one. Usher, R. Kelly. Is that 3?
Yep.
Yeah, I grew up on those 3, man. Definitely. I was doing dance. Me and my cousins doing the dance moves in our socks in the kitchen. We couldn't do it in our shoes. We had a move, so we got slippery with it. We was shooting. It's gonna burn for me to say this. So, oh man, Michael Jackson, R. Kelly, Usher. I don't want to just start like naming people. Let me see. I'm gonna have to say me again for that one because my vocals fully stop. So what's that? That's 4. Alright, 5. I need one. Man, why do I feel like this is so hard? I can't even think of one right now. I'm just gonna say.
Okay, I know you probably grew up with Music Soul Child and stuff like it's.
Oh yeah. Definitely. I'm probably gonna hate myself. I'm gonna think of somebody later. I'm definitely gonna think of somebody later, but I'm definitely gonna say Music Soul Child. He had a pretty good influence on my music and where a lot of it comes from. Like I like that soul music, up tempo sometimes. You know what I mean? But you can bring it down, bring it back, talk about something.
You got some females that you love too. That's great
like
singers.
Female artists.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to one of the greatest, Aaliyah, of course. Queen B, of course, like Beyonce. Stop it! Like Beyonce is such an artist. Like she has really changed a lot of things in like the female R&B pop genre. You know what I mean? Like hats off. I really like Nicki Minaj. I really like Nicki Minaj. She has her moments. She has her moments. I'm not for her all the time. What's that? Is that 3?
I believe maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah, that's 3. Aaliyah, Beyonce, Nicki Minaj. I really like Katy Perry is really dope, and what's her name? Taylor Swift is really dope. Okay. Not to, you know what I mean? I do like the older classic ladies. You know what I'm saying? I like the Aretha Franklins. I like the what's it? Tina Marie. Like,
oh yeah, Tina Marie, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, come on. I did not know she was white. My mom told me one day I was listening to one of her songs. I'm like, oh, I love this track. I'm singing, I'm belting it out. Ah, you know what I mean? And I was like, you know what I mean? Like, she said, you know she's white. And no, she ain't. Not sounding like this, she ain't white. You know what I'm saying? But she, man, talent knows no gender, knows no ethnicity. Talent is talent. You know what I mean? If you're talented, you're talented. And if you're not, you work hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, but hard work beats talent, and talent don't work hard. But yeah, I think that would have to be the 5 ladies right now.
Where do you see yourself like in 5 years, like or in 2 or 3 years? Like you feel like your come up is coming up?
That's funny because actually I'm working on my project right now. It's called The Come Up, and the tracks are coming along very well. The Come Up is supposed to be something. It's not themed around a certain theme of like something I'm gonna speak about per se in the project, rather than what I want the project to do for me, which is in the title, The Come Up. You know what I mean? Like this project as a whole, I plan to get me to a point of exactly where I want to be in my career. In my business, you know, I've set everything up as a business and I'm presenting myself as such. And this is something that is, I plan to excel my career in the right path, in the right direction. So in about 2 years, well, this project is going to be out within a month or 2, actually, with an additional 2 videos and such. But the project will come out pretty soon, so in 2 years I plan to see myself definitely turning down some major record label deals because signing, you know, major deals isn't really in my plans, but you know, definitely working on partnership deals and everything like that. But in 2 years I see myself thriving, you know, financially, and not even just financially, but just what's the word I'm looking for reputation, like just reputable. You know what I mean? Like, I plan on my business and my brand being very reputable. I plan on being a household name within 5 years. Or if not, then I'm definitely going to keep working at it till I do. This is something I've been doing since I was J high. So it's not something I'm just going to stop.
And this is an album, right? Or a mixtape?
Touchy. It's actually like I'm calling it an EP.
Okay.
For right now, but it's not official yet. It could be an EP. It could be mixtape.
I know you're excited about it too.
I'm way excited, man. Listen, I already got the first single out. It's called Cobra. I got the video out. You can go to spinrilla.com/Denzel302. Spelled exactly how it sounds. Spelled just like the big guy. I know. Come on, it's just like Washington. Stop asking me. But you can go on spinrilla.com. Check me out there. iTunes.com. I'm there too. I'm in the stores. Just look up Denzel. You know what I mean? Just look up Denzel. Cobra was the first song. There is a parental advisory on there. Please, guys, it's explicit. Make sure, you know, your kids, the youngins, aren't just going on and listening to anything. You know what I mean? SoundCloud.com, anywhere. Like, but definitely, the first stop is canoncamp.com. CANNONCAMP.com. Definitely.
Alright, cool. And last
official name for it just yet, but we're calling it Unusual for right now. You've been through the most endeavors. You don't show or cry for attention. You just work for your money, I'm your witness. Don't get dressed so fast, 10 more minutes. Most guys never find a girl like you. For a measure, I never thought there's a girl like you. Now I know I never met a girl like you. Now I know I never met a girl quite like you. Never stressing these dudes. Hair say not be to the roots. Your presentation, there's no hesitation. Girl, I swear my heart belongs to you. I might have to hit the road and bring the trophies home and put on for my crew. You know I gotta go, but in the meantime, I'ma spend this time with you. Cause you've been through the most endeavors. You don't work for attention. You just work for your money, I'm your witness. Don't get dressed so fast, 10 more minutes. I'ma spend this time with you, cause you've been through the most endeavors. You don't show or cry for attention. You just work for your money, I'm your witness. Don't get dressed so fast, 10 more minutes.